Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome. Just going to light a candle for all of you. Namaste. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for being here today. I'm doing live readings, so hopefully you're in the right place. My name is Sadhana. If you're new, I'm an intuitive reader and healer, and I'm here most Tuesdays at 12 noon Pacific doing live readings. And this is an opportunity for you to ask questions of any nature, really. And what I have been doing for the last, 6 to 8 months is maybe longer, trying to think of spreads and to tailor the energy of the questions around the energy of the moon. So we had a full moon yesterday, and the moon was in Cancer, which can bring up emotions and clarity and kind of really big aha moments during the full moon, right? The full moon in Cancer can really illuminate, or I want to say, I can't think of the verb. It solidifies something that we've been feeling, like something really comes into clarity in a Cancer full moon, emotionally speaking. But now the moon is still full. We're still right within 72 hours of the full moon. We have shifted into the energy of Leo. And so with the 3 questions that I suggested down below, we are looking at our strength and generosity. And so now I want to ask, what do we do with this revelation, right? What do we do with this? How can we share it? And it might still be in a stage of personal awareness, but there might also be an opportunity to teach or to expand, to celebrate some kind of a ritual or something. So this is kind of what I'm working with. If you don't know what I'm talking about, 3 questions are prepared in the description box below. Just going to tidy up the Lenormand cards. And then I was having a hard time choosing a deck for today. So I want to ask you, what is your tarot deck of illumination? What is your tarot deck of Leonine generosity and energy? If you know what I'm talking about at all. That's anyway, I've pulled out light seers. I'm gonna start with this deck and then we'll see what happens. I don't use this deck very much. Thank you for the super chat, Andrew. I will get to your question right away. And I want to say hi to all you lovely souls. Fatima, hello. Thank you for the hug. Tammy Ann, Evangelina, Julia, hello. Your message reads perfectly and I can see every letter. Thank you. Hello, Heather. Donna. My weekend away was great. It was really great. And one of the highlights of my weekend was at Hot Springs. And I had a personal soak in an indoor spa that was in the rocks. And it wasn't what they'd done in the ceiling is they had made stars in the ceiling. So I sat in the dark and I just meditated in this bath with the stars overhead. That was really beautiful. That was fun. Yeah. And then the spa got really, really busy on Saturday night. There were so many people there and it was party central. So the mood quickly changed. I'm glad we got there a day earlier. Hello. Hi to Gerald. Hello. Yes, I love the positive energies too. Great. You guys are thinking about your questions. Donna has a suggestion. Star Tarot by Kathy McClelland. Tarot of the Abyss. And then Lydianne says Tarot of the Abyss or Quest. Hello, Sarah. Thanks for coming back. Mimi. Hello to you. And then Andrew's got his on. Pallavi, hello. Oh, Pallavi, that's a big question. We'll get to that. Okay, so I'm going to do Andrew first. And what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I think, and I also have to open, bear with me, I need to open up another window in case we have uninvited guests. I have to tell you, so for those of you that aren't members of the channel, one of the really lovely things about the smaller groups is that I don't have to deal with trolls. That is definitely one of the features that I'm really liking. So, and thank you for liking the video, by the way, giving it a thumbs up. All right, there we go. Everything I need is here. All right, hello, Irene, welcome. I am going to, Andrew, can you just hold on a minute? I'm going to do a group reading based on the questions that I created below. So this is going to be a reading for the collective based on the energy of the moon. Okay, and then I'll get to your question. All right, I do have the other camera ready for you. So, and all you psychic people out there, help me find my favorite reading glasses, my blue reading glasses. They are lost, and I have no idea where they are. So if you have any insight, please let me know, because I really don't like any of the reading glasses that are on my table. Okay. So here's the questions. In first position is, what emotion was illuminated as the full moon reached its peak in Cancer? Okay, so the first card talks to the emotion that is coming into awareness, that is fully coming into awareness. Position 2, how might I personally integrate this emotion? So what is my personal work with this emotion? And then the third card is this, how might I generously share this illumination, this wisdom? So, what is my personal work, and then what is my work with the collective? This is a reading for all of you lovely souls for the collective on this 18th day of January, 2022. Wash my tablecloth, clean my tarot table, still have amber hairs. Hello, Colleen. Bookshelf. Okay, I will check bookshelf. Let's get the other camera and we'll do the reading. Okay. I'm going to keep checking everywhere. All right. Because these don't fit. Ooh, we had a really, really good cut. Really good cut. I love it when that happens. So the emotion that is being illuminated, 3 of Pentacles. All right, so 3s feel very moony, right? Because 3s are full, they are creative, they are expansive. So there's some kind of a pattern, some conscious pattern or an emotion around, and I want to say that we have had resistance to working with the group. Maybe there's been some stubbornness in, it's easier to do this on my own, right? Like it takes more time if I work with them. It's just better if I do this by myself. But what you are beginning to realize, what I'm beginning to realize is that there is strength in numbers. There is strength in the collective, and there's some emotional resistance slash realization that is really, really important here. Okay, so know that your work, your project, your health, your like, I'm just thinking about walking, like a walking group in the neighborhood, because pentacles can represent body as well too, like start a walking group in your neighborhood. People are dying for connection, right? Interesting. Okay. So the second card is your personal work. The third card is your collective work. This sounds a lot like a Kwanzaa reading. Okay. Queen of Pentacles is your personal work. So to me, this speaks to body, very much to body. And this is about taking care of yourself. This is about, hey there, peanut lover. This is about, hello, Ruchi. Nourishing yourself in every way. It's about nourishment. And what these two cards together, and to me also, I cannot not see the artwork, which speaks to family. So the whole family can participate in a healthier lifestyle. And you are the leader. You are the one who's going to guide and be the mentor for this. How can you share this with the world? King of Wands. Interesting that it's a court. King of Wands is an initiator. They lead. So this is definitely about you stepping forward. And I'm sensing wellness. I don't know what the rest of you are sensing, but there is a sense of definitely wellness here. And Andrew, Well-Tempered Claire, is asking about chakra associations. Is there he's looking at the colors. So the colors on the Three of Pentacles, the orange, and then we also see that orange in the Queen of Pentacles is sacral chakra for sure. Yeah, sacral chakra. The green would be the heart, and the red would be the root, and we see the red also in the shirt, the t-shirt of the king. Isn't the shadows are so beautiful on that? I see all kinds of things in that t-shirt that I haven't necessarily seen before. So blur your focus a little bit and look into that. So the Leo 9 lunar energy wants us to be generous of spirit. It wants us to shine, to celebrate. Maybe it's time to have a party, some kind of a gathering where you just share your happiness. There is a collaborative energy here. So I'm not going to belabor this, but think about your family, your community. How can you bring this joy? Hello, Aisha. And I feel like it's a nourishing collaboration that is generous and free of spirit. Okay, so that reading is for all of you now and everyone else that's watching the playback. So let me know if that resonates in any way or that inspires as you go forth over the next week. The moon, if you're interested, the moon will be in Leo. Just get my little moon journal. So I don't write in this. Lots of lovely poetry and things. I just use this as a handy reference. It's on my desk all the time. So the moon will be in Leo through Thursday. So this is, short-term planning when we're talking about lunar energy. Yes, beautiful, Andrew. Being present with one another. Okay. So everybody who's in the chat now, for sure, I will get to your readings. I'm going to go to the super chat, which was Andrew, and then I will go back up to the top. I'm not sure if there was a question before this one. So Andrew is asking, who is the being around me during my Reiki healing session today? Who? Okay. I believe their name starts with an A, and their name is, I'm getting an AR, like an R. So it could be an R, but I'm getting this like Arthur, R. And I feel like there's a lot of vowels in the name. It's funny. I wonder if they're Greek. Weird. Okay. They might be Greek. Ooh, I'm thinking about the healing temples, Andrew. The healing temples, the dream temples that used to exist in the Mediterranean. That's what I'm picking up on. Okay, so we've got Reiki hands. We've got Reiki hands. We've got growth in the Reiki hands. We have the Hanged Man and the Star. Okay, so we've got lots of Reiki energy here. Okay, so intuitively, I feel this is a light worker from that time period that I was talking about. Okay, now let's look at the tarot. So you're asking who? I'm going to say somebody that was a healer. So I need to go back. I would need to go back to a reference book and look and see the names of the healers at that time to see if there was if you saw a white cord coming out of your hand. Wow. To see if there was a healer whose name started with R or AR. But there is that. So look into that. And we have the roots coming out of the hands in the first card, and then we have that cord, right, coming from the prayer to the star in the second card. The Hanged Man here is asking you there's something about the Neptunian energy here. So again, we are in the dream world very much. I would take this question into your dream tonight. Also, Andrew, I feel like if you were able to connect, I don't know what this is. There's something about, I know you can't, what about sprout? Andrew, this is so weird. Sprouting. It's like I want you to grow those roots. I want you to grow some seeds. So this is a who question. So this healer may also have been one that gave food, herbs, and supplements, and knew something about growing things. It might be an agricultural goddess or god. Okay, so that's what I got. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate that feedback, Evangelina. It's lovely. I'm enjoying it too. Alrighty, let us scroll on down and see who has the next question. Lydiane. Lydiane. Let's hold love, light, support around Lydiane, guiding her on her spiritual journey. Definitely throat, Lydiane. Throat. This would involve exercises for throaty breath, which there are a few, including Ujjayi breath and Brahmari breath, or some mantra, any kind of singing or chanting where you exercise your voice. Okay, so I had a really weird cut, Lydia. Just the top card wanted to come off. And so we're going to the second card. Look at all these discs. Look at all these discs on this path. They're just kind of it's almost like this Knight of Pentacles is raining, not R-E-I-N, but R-A-I-N, like all this energy is just flowing from this Knight of Pentacles. All right, this card in relation to your question really, really speaks to, thanks, Donna, appreciate it. Once I'm done with this reading, I will check your list. In relation to your question, this card, more than any card in the deck, speaks to being on the journey. Okay. And I mean, I'm not, so being more aware of the chakras, the chakra associations, and the medicine of the chakras is another obvious answer. But also, I don't usually do one card readings, but there's a sense here of letting go. Like he doesn't have to know and carry everything with him. You just be with the specific healing that is arising at this time, and you take your time step by step, not being impatient with your spiritual growth. Okay. Okay, these are great cards for all of this. In regards to your question, so with the Justice card in a spiritual question, there's a sense of karmic balance. And so the pattern, the behavior, the issue that is been with you for some time looks like it's coming to an end. This is a time of reset. It's lovely that the Fool is showing up here, giving you an opportunity to step into perhaps a new. I don't want to dummy this down, right? So, well, hmm, no, 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 no. This is the Fool is here because there is a need to let go of a previous way of seeing your pattern, your issue. So justice, your karma, your samskara, the thing that you keep working with, the thing that you need to have patience with so you can transform and grow. The Fool wants you to take more of a naive, childish, playful kind of view in working with it. So I was picking up on your voice energetically. And so rather than learning some heavy mantra that is unfamiliar to you, what about just creating some lightness? Sing, dance, play. Find an inspirational quote that helps you to be on the journey to release some of the load. To know that part of letting go of this pattern is seeing it as a child would see it, not being so attached to the drama that you see it as an adult. This is a really beautiful 3-card reading, Lydiane. So there's a bunch of stuff here, okay? And that first card has a lot of usually I put the first card in the middle and then the other cards on the other side, but for some reason I placed that card over on the left. It just wanted to be over there on the left today. Okay, so take your time with this, all right? Thank you. Now, I'm going to go to my lovely mod, Donna Rion, and go to Donna's question. I mean, Donna's list. Let's see if I can find it even. I do have, Donna, I do have YouTube open, so it's a lot easier if you tag me and then I can see oh, Pallavi is next. Okay, thank you so much. Pallavi is next. You have to laugh at the range of questions that come through on Tuesdays, right? From the it's just really something. All right. So this is for Pallavi. Big question. A big question. Let's all hold light and love, supporting Pallavi as she explores. Okay, so the energy is at my back. All right. One of the books that I recommend, and if you can put a link to it in the chat, one of the mods, is the Great Work of Your Life. The Great Work of Your Life. It is by Stephen Cope. I want to tie in whatever's going on in my back body, because there's something going on there. I'll see if I can tie that into that. Again, I have another cut where just the top card wanted to come off. That's really unusual that would happen 2 readings in a row. Okay, more pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. It's kind of a Pentacles kind of day, surprisingly. Okay. Interesting that I was feeling energy on the back of my heart space. There's so much, I feel a strength of independence here. And it's almost as if the knight in the center who is playing the drum, and I look at the woman on the right, and I see also, imagine that purse is a drum as well too. So we have Pentacles, feminine lunar energy, grounded energy. We have a 4 foundation. We have a 10 end of cycle, fulfillment of a suit. Pentacles and Pentacles sandwiching a very playful, risky card. Okay. Okay, thanks for the confirmation, Andrew. And thanks for the link, Andy. Thanks for posting that. Okay. And hi, by the way, if I didn't say hi to you. Okay, hi, Gomez. So, you know, when I feel that energy, I'm feeling it expanding and growing. It's like it's nourishing the back. And I was feeling a sense of ancestry. This is one word I haven't said so far. Are you to help people to connect with their ancestors? But there's also a healing energy involved, because the back body, the thoracic spine, is where we tend to hold our grief and our pain. And there's so much joy in that central card. So perhaps there is a sense of teaching people to release ancestral ties to find their joy. Are you a counselor of any kind? Or, you know, that feels like there's definitely ancestral connection. connection to roots, to family, to DNA, because we have the tree of life there in its completion inside the root, the color of the root chakra. And on a more mundane level, you could be helping people with family trees and their ancestry. Maybe this is about helping people locate family members, helping them to explore their DNA. So Libra rising. Okay. Hi, Kristen. This is more than helping people, Pallavi. More than helping people. This is about, let's expand this. This is helping people to search to the root. Use the word ancestor as root, helping people to find the root of their pain. But to understand that there are family ties that weave through lifetimes that we are working with. The drum is really important here. There's something about the drum. And so you might want to connect to some drumming music for inspiration. Joy, helping people find their joy. Helping people find their joy by releasing ties, by releasing cords that are holding them back. Okay, so lots of words for you to start to work with there. Okay, thanks, Pallavi. Very specific, Andrew. Okay. I feel like I should go have a look. Thank you, Donna. Ruchi is next. All right. No, I haven't, Irene. I should do that. Okay. Ruchi. I used to keep track of who had a reading last week and the week before, and I'm just really busy right now, and I don't have time to do that. So I really appreciate if I did a reading for you last week or the week before, that you can let others have a turn. Okay, so Ruchi's question is, how is my career going to be? I'm aspiring for an authoritative position in government of my country. Okay. Ruchi. So this is a reading about the growth and expansion of Ruchi's career. Let's shed some light. Please help to shed some light on Ruchi's career. Well, can't get any more expansive than the Empress. So this is a very expansive reading, Ruchi. The Empress would show that you have the potential to create, to grow, to expand, to lead, to be. And I love that that Three of Cups came up second. And why I love that is because this is not about a leader who is disconnected. It's about a leader who very much values connection and understands the importance of nourishing those around them as they grow and as they expand. So you have a 3 and a 3. So these are beautiful, beautiful. What I'm not getting here is authoritative. There is a softness to this authority. There is an expansiveness to this authority. And you are still growing and still expanding. Perhaps you are taking others away from the darkness, moving them towards the light. The Six of Swords has that feeling, right, of moving from dark to light. Sorry, I was just looking at the chat. And it would also imply a sense of leading, helping people through difficult times. So the kind of leader you are isn't dictatorial in any way. There is a supportive and kind energy to your strength. And the Six of Swords, well, you have the world there, Ruchi. So yes to international. And the Six of Swords is a card that leads you across rough seas, right? It leads you in another direction. And the fact that in this deck, the boat is coming towards you, it feels very kind of Three of Wands energy, right? So the energy is, I feel like the growth and the expansion and the movement of your career is well underway. For the Empress, this particular Empress card that has the world showing up there, I think it's a big yes, that you can trust that your career will include foreign projects, development, and connections. And yes, there definitely is and this is, so you have a 3, and a 6. So these are all 3s. These all imply divinity and expansion and growth. So it's a wonderful, wonderful reading. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Donna. All right. Let us hold healing and restorative energy around Heather as she continues to move through the lessons of her long-term illness. And know that Heather, understanding the lessons of the illness, the messages of the illness are an important part of the journey. That the illness wasn't just an illness, the illness was a teacher, right? So really reflecting on that in itself may give you more information. There's a reason why You needed to be still for so long. Maybe this is the card that Ruchi wanted. Okay. So strength. And I love the connection. I love the segue of this card. We have the Emperor card. Okay. Strength and foundation. A knowing. There's something about the way that the Emperor is holding that chess piece. Right? Something about that. Okay. So I just want to talk to the mods just for a second. Sorry, I will come back to you, Heather, in 1 second. Oh, now it's deleted. I can't see it. Just give me 1 second. Just want to give the mods a little education here. I'm sorry. I'm going to just I'll have to come back to it later. Anyway, thank you for dealing with it. I need to be, what steps? Okay, so with this card showing up first, Heather, it feels like there is a foundation from which you can expand and grow. There are resources that are available to you. Also, the Aries connection here is one of, if you want to wait until Aries season, but I feel more like the energy here is one of, you have the power, you have the initiative. This is a big thumbs up to get going. And it is your birth card. Okay. I really like the way did I say this before? He's lightly holding the king chess piece. He's not grabbing it in his hand or shoving it in our face. They are embracing their dharma. They are embracing their dharma. And so your dharma is to lead. Your dharma is to step back into the grace of leadership. Okay. 3 majors. 3 majors. All right. So the mandorla in this deck is an Ouroboros, right? It is an Ouroboros. We see so much joy. In moving through the portal and what the world, you know what I said at the beginning about taking time to reflect on the lesson of the illness. Because with the world card, it's not like you have stepped through that mandorla yet. There's this embracing of where you are now that's really important. So to acknowledge the strength that you have gained by the experience of the long-term illness is an important part of the next step. And as you step through to the next leg of the journey, it feels, if I'm reading this in a futuristic kind of way, we have the Justice card here. So it's like the next thing is right around the corner. And the reason you were laid up so long is because you wouldn't be be ready for the next thing. And so the long-term illness helped prepare you for the next steps. So the reflection, so this is, I think I said this even before I turned over the cards. The reflection of the teaching of the illness feels like the most important thing here. And also, I want you to look at the contentment in the face. The contentment in the face above. And that this is a very mystical person, high priestess kind of energy in the shadow below. Perhaps, okay, here's another message coming through. So perhaps you were doing the work, and by the work I mean the long-term illness. You were doing this work for others. Your work was in the healing, the justice, the karmic reset for something greater than you understand. You have three majors here. And so the topic is, well, I keep coming back to the illness, but you did have a question. You asked about steps. You are a teacher. You are a teacher. You are a leader. It is your responsibility to, I feel like, to share and to educate. There is a greatness to this reading. There is a greatness here. Okay, so I would say step one is to, and not on a daily basis because you don't want to be consumed by this question, but to continue to ask for help in reflection of this. There is a sense of moving forth and moving forward and moving through, but you are on a precipice right now. Does it appear it will be healing work in a different form? I don't know. I don't know. But you will feel so much stronger emotionally, mentally, spiritually, so that you can take on something greater than you would have in the past. Be open to invitations to lead and to guide, to teach and to inspire. And if you happen to have this deck, pull out these three cards and just sit with them. Put them somewhere where you can glance at them for the next month. Right? Majors, you want to focus on these for some time, not just let that go. And this feels like work. It doesn't feel, this feels like not your natural. If Cancer, if you identify with Cancer energy, this feels a little more fiery than watery. in the way that the combination of these three cards talks to one another. Oh, I don't feel like psychotherapy at all. I'm not feeling that. Mm-mm. This feels more dynamic, much more dynamic, and only you will know what that is. Okay. Okay. Bye, Mimi. Bye. Thank you. All right, Heather, I am gonna go on. Okay. I think we're at Peanut Lover. Thanks, Donna. All right. Sorry, I'm just taking a breath here. Moving on to Peanut Lover. I don't know your name, Peanut Lover, but if you want to let me know, I will. Do I have my little book? And I'm also going to write down Robin's name. I think that was in the last chat. Okay. Sorry, I just need a minute here. I just need a minute. Just a minute. You can chat amongst yourselves and support one another while I look for a pen. Okay. All right. What is coming next in love for Peanut Lover? Let's hold hands. Hold hands. You know that thumbnail for today? That thumbnail, when I saw that photo, I was thinking about all of you, and I was thinking about the beautiful connections that we have in these readings and how important it is to support one another. And so if you can all hold hands with Peanut Lover and just give them some guidance and through your heart. Your heart is your hands are your heart. Okay. Less chaos. Less chaos. It's funny when I look at that Five of Swords and I look at the Four of Wands, I think of extremes, going from, well, just extremes, whatever kind of, where our life feels like we are on a very rocky boat, big ups, very low lows. And It's really beautiful that the card on the right is one. It's so peaceful, right? It's peaceful and it's healing. And so, whether this feels like, I almost feel like the temperance card might represent the energy of the person that you would benefit most from being around. Like being around a person who feels more, like they've got their stuff together. You you, you don't want to be living in extremes. So by letting go of the turmoil, the chaos, you know, too much. And with the Five of Swords too, sometimes there can be like verbal verbal abuse, games of the games, word games, mental abuse, that sort of thing. And then when I'm looking at the Four of Wands, which generally speaking it's quite a positive card, but I'm reading this in terms of the whole picture here, and also that art is feeling very inappropriate. So, excessive partying and drinking and things like that, festivals and drugs and that kind of toxicity. And then we have the temperance. So you really want to pay attention to someone, to a way of being that feels more balanced and nourishing. And the more that you bring that quality in yourself, the more that you work on your own healing, so that what you are reflecting is more peaceful, the more that you will attract that peaceful energy, that peaceful healing energy, because that's what you need right now. Is you need to be with someone who isn't going to extremes. And I know I've repeated myself a few times, but that's what I'm feeling. So you want to hang out in environments, be in an environment that feels that way. So it's good. It's good that that temperance card has shown up. It means that spirit is saying to you, now is the time to let that um so you're asking, will I get into a stable relationship? What I just said is really important, peanut lover. I'm sorry, I didn't notice if you posted your name. You can post it again if you like, and I'll write it down. It is absolutely essential that you emit balance. You must emit and show and live and demonstrate that which you want to attract. And so, if you want peace and harmony and stability, you have to show that. You can't be all like needy. You can't be needy for it. You have to walk your talk and practice it yourself. That is the mirror of temperance. That is the mirror of relationship work. And it's beautiful that that temperance card is there. We can look at that as, yes, that is coming to you, and you have work to do yourself. So it's a twofold. It's a twofold. What do I want to say? Um, you can't expect stability if you don't show stability. But it's not just stability, it's health and balance and peace. So you need to practice things that make you feel peaceful, so that you attract that peace into your life. Okay? Thank you. And for those of you that feel, I don't want to say, I feel like I need to say this right now, which is really weird. The way that I read the cards, it's really important to listen to a person's question. And if I had gone to the cards and read them in a bookish way, I would have seen something quite different. And maybe that's why, I'm turning over all the cards together to see a whole story to support you in your questions. It's really, really interesting to start to read that way, right? Rather than reciting something that you've learned about a card. So I hope that helps and inspires some of you to take your readings to another level. Erica, that's lovely, lovely advice. Thank you for that. All right, I'm going to do one more reading, and it looks like it is Aisha. Okay. Thanks, Donna. Going full circle, going back to the first reading today, Andrew's reading. He does have a Greek connection. All right. So, Aisha, I'm not sure what question you want me to answer. Maybe you can retype your question while I am shuffling. Ah, Artemis for Andrew. Appreciate your feedback. Yes, Gomez, please come back another time. Okay, I would just like to know what Aisha's question is. So I'm going to just start to shuffle, and I would love to, because the question is important. And I'll just talk for a second here while I'm waiting for Aisha to repost her question. For those of you in the Facebook group, this is our focus for this week. Sorry, I've been away all weekend and I just resetting my life. This is our card for Wednesday night, Astatine. And so I will post something in the Facebook group. And for those of you that are in the class tonight, I have not finished editing your handout, but I'll try to get it to you before class tonight. We'll do a lovely, a little bit longer meditation tonight. So make sure that you are, you come ready to relax. Thank you, Alsana, or Afsana. Afsana. Okay. You know what, Gomez? I don't know. Donna, is Gomez after Aisha? Can you let me know? And Aisha, I'm still waiting. Is this the question that you want? Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and answer this question here. Sorry, noisy trucks outside. Okay. This reading is for Aisha. She's asked a couple different questions in the chat. This, I think, is the second version of her question. I'll keep an eye on the chat to see if she clarifies it. What past life is still affecting my present life, and what can I do about it? Okay, this is great actually for a 3-card reading. So Aisha, I'm going to go with this one, okay? So when we're talking about a past life, we're often talking about, so the first card is going to represent the pattern or the issue that arose in that past life, that archetypal, wow, and it's amazing that we have a major arcana card here. Okay. This would have to do with a pattern of letting either, okay, I'll try to work this in. I see that I wanted to know if there was a past life connection to my love life. Okay, I'll see if I can work it all together for you. So 2 things. If death is the pattern that is coming through past life to past life to past life, this is a pattern of either I hate to say the inability, but you are challenged with letting things die, completely releasing things. So that's one possibility. The other possible pattern is a pattern of grief. Okay, thanks, Donna. Thanks, Donna. This will be the last reading for today then. So thank you everybody for your patience. This is the final reading for today. So Aisha, grief is another thing that comes with death. And so we'll look and see what the other cards are. But the pattern of grief is also connected to caretaking. So I'm going to keep an eye on that for you. All right. So death, letting things go. Perhaps, and interesting, this other little thing that you added on, you said, where was it? If there was a past life connection to your love life or something like that, I'm going to say that this card would say yes. It would say yes. But let's pull a couple more cards and kind of weave your story together here. All right. Perception may have always been an issue. Perception. So both in the Eight of Swords and in the Ace of Wands, the figures are looking internally. There is there's a trust. There's a trust in the internal gaze. So the sense of the level of intuitiveness is great. I'm gonna try to weave this all together because I feel like there's another direction we could go with these 2 questions. Okay. The fire that is at the third eye is really important. Okay, so the fire at the third eye would speak to the purification of, remember I said perception is really important? I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of different messages here, so I want to succinctly try to articulate this. The significance of the fire at the third eye chakra is to purify your perception. The card in the middle doesn't know whether to trust the intuition or the external world, which appears quite chaotic. And so you know in your heart that the greatest clarity can be gained from looking inside. So it's really important that you trust and that you meditate and that you continue to look inside. Okay? What does this issue of perception have to do with letting go or death or grief? Because you were asking about past lives, and past lives teach it. When we explore issues from past lives, it helps us to understand what our important work is in this lifetime, this present lifetime, because we carry these patterns and these things that we need to work through from lifetime to lifetime. Okay, so you have an issue, you have a pattern of perception, perception problem. Just give me a second here. There is an why? There's an attachment. Your win Here's another weird message. Your window is through death. Your window is through death. What does that mean? So I think the answer to your revised question is yes, you are definitely connected through past lives. But there seems to be some confusion about whether and what to trust. And I don't know what the distractions are on the outside. The distractions are in this world in your life, but the peace and the prayer, the peace that you gain from meditation and prayer and inner work is your greatest gift in your healing journey. Okay, I need to look and see if you've written anything because I need a prompt. I need a prompt here. Oh, isn't that interesting? I have issues of letting go. Let me just scroll on down. There's a few things here. Okay, and then this one. And look at those words, toxic twin flame. So I'm not really sure about this, okay? But with death being the first card, and I'm looking at patterns and so forth. So it is really important, Aisha, that you learn to let things die, right? Whether it's a relationship or a job or something. And this will also be reflected in other ways in your life. When things are done, let them be done. Let them be done. Of course, we can have memories and so forth. Of course, we can keep a photo or something like that. But we can't obsess over the past. We need to release. We need to let things completely die. And that will help to still some of the chaos, the confusion, the misperception that surrounds you so that you can be a whole lot clearer. I mean, that I'm smiling because that Ace of Wands is a Tratak practice. And if you don't know what Tratak is, I would definitely do Tratak on a candle, Trataka. If you want to book in a 15-minute lesson, I can teach you. You can look it up other places. But the practice of Tratak is about purification of the third eye, and this will help you to trust your intuition a lot more so that you can make better choices and see more clearly when you move forward in your next relationship. And so you can understand, better what this new person is doing in your life. Okay. So I hope that helps you. All righty. Well, some interesting readings today. I want to go back and just remind you of the 3 questions below, because there is some greatness and generosity with the emotion that's been arising over the weekend. There's a sense of sharing and celebration as the moon disseminates in the energy of Leo. So you want to embrace the potential of something that you have to share from your own personal lesson. For those of you that missed the initial group lesson, go back and have a look. The initial group reading, that might be of some help to you as well too. Okay. And I want to thank all of you for being here today. Lovely to see you. It was really nice to take the weekend off, but I'm glad to be back at it. And I'll see some of you tonight in class. And tomorrow I will be on for the Hush Tarot deep dive. That thumbnail is not up yet. We have the chat in the Facebook group tomorrow. I feel like there's something else tomorrow. Yes. Oh, well, the chakra course as the chakra course as well too. Okay. And I will be on live on Friday. We'll have a good tarot chat on Friday. I'm not sure what the topic's going to be. If you have any requests, you can message me. All right. So take good care of yourselves, and I'll see some of you for readings next Tuesday. Namaste.